Hello and welcome back. Malo here, and today we're playing Minecraft Regrowth. And in the last episode, we got some more. We pretty much finished off with our crops. We got some diamond crops, some emerald crops going, and we had set everything up down there. But I have since moved stuff. I said in the last episode that at the end that we were gonna have gotten to building something by this episode, and indeed I have. I've done exactly that. If we take a step back here, we can see that I have at least the beginning of a building. Obviously, it doesn't have a roof on the top yet, but it's very unique. But that's what I wanted. So the point of this building was to be something that's sort of a self-contained magical crops building, or any crops really, but probably focusing on magical crops, where I can basically have everything automatically doing everything I need it to do in here. And the only thing that's not really automated is that these barrels here fill up eventually. You can see, for example, well, with the coal, that's not the case because the coal essences are going directly into what you saw last time. Except I've moved that. I'll show you that in just a minute here, but. We have the diamond. Oh, I'm picking up coal essences. Let's throw those out. We have the diamond essences, the emerald essences, and you see we have quite a bit of those now. 38 stacks there, 33 stacks there. We also have a lot of nether essences. In fact, almost full. But I upgraded. No, I didn't upgrade this one. So actually, the nether essences are almost full. I'm gonna have to upgrade that barrel. I thought I did, but I guess not. Then we also have lapis essences, plenty of those. Almost full on the glowstone essences as well, so I'll have to upgrade that barrel as well. Although I'll worry about that here in just a minute. And then I also I've kept up the water, fire, air, and earth seeds, and I've increased the capacity of these barrels because, as I've noted before, these are basically the essences that you use to build your basic blocks. These and basically two others as well. For nether type blocks, it's the nether. Where are they? Oh. So I said this was nether, but it's actually redstone. Because I have the nether essences over here. And so I was right. I did increase the capacity of this, but I'm going to need to do the same with the glowstone and redstone. And then I also have the nature essences, and the nature essences are used in a few block recipes as well. Then I actually put the dyes back in because you never know when dyes can be useful, and I put the experience back in I actually planted the experience. I think pretty much for the first time. I mean, I didn't have them automated at least because I have 75 levels and I have the experience oreberry bushes over there. The experience bushes over there, but there may come a time when I want lots of levels fast, and probably the best way to do that is with these experience essences. So I have actually 5 of each of these type of crops, 5 of each of these type of crops, 5 of each of these. Then I have 10 each of the diamond and emeralds because 8 essences only gives you 1 diamond or emerald. I also have 25 essences, essence dust crops, because these need to be used to create some, like the strong essences and the extreme essences. And 1 extreme essence, I think, takes, well, let's see, what was it, 4 or 8? I think 8 stacks, okay, 4 stacks will give you, 4 stacks of this will give you 1 stack of the weak essences, which will give you 16 of the moderate essences, the normal essences. 4 stacks of these give you 1 single extreme essence, is how I think that works. And so that's why I think having, having a lot of these crops planted is a good idea. And then I also have 2 whole sections, so that's 50 coal crops. And the reason I'm doing that is because I think I'm actually more than keeping up, but because I want to keep up with my mana production. and I have mana production now in two areas, and I'll show you where and why that is. But you see, I have plenty of coal. Like, I'm never going to run out of coal, and this barrel can hold a lot. You can see it can hold 16,300 items, and I'm only holding 8,500 right now. But there's this, and now you can see this is slowly filling up. This is the auto workbench, and with the 50 coal crops up there, I'm gradually filling this up. In other words, this auto workbench can't keep up. And then that means that it'll start backing up into here, which I kind of want, because having a few extra essences of coal could be useful, because they're used also in a couple other recipes. Let's show you. Here we go. To make fancy blocks for building out of, and there are several recipes, but they're all just for show. They're not for actual use like the coal is. You can also use them to create a regular infusion stone, but we've already done that, so that's not necessary. So yeah, I have I'd like to have a couple extra, or I'd like to have some extra essences of coal, but I'm not going to run out of coal anytime soon. What I'm doing here, I've changed this up slightly. So I had before. Let's go show you the old setup, and I've even changed that one too. But that way you can compare with this here. So I still have the same 2 endo flames over here, the same mana pool here. Actually, this pulse mana spreader is no longer necessary because there's no more Drum of the Wild here, because I'm no longer auto harvesting anything from over here. But you can see that I'm still sending mana into this mana pool via these endo flames here, and the way that's being done now, instead of having 2 droppers here, which required me to have basically a full double chest of coal as sort of a backup storage type of situation, what I now have is an open crate. But the problem with the open crate is any item you put into it automatically drops out the bottom. So what you have to do is send items in one at a time. And so what I'm doing there is I'm taking this coal barrel, which is connected and linked to the coal barrel over there, which you saw is where we're creating the coal. And this hopper here is being powered by this redstone here. And so until this redstone turns off, which it does every, I think, here 30 seconds or maybe 40 seconds, I put 3 or 4 red sand in there. When this redstone signal turns off, when this redstone signal turns on, it turns this torch off, which turns this off, which lets 1 coal through. And then that 1 coal drops out and through the open crate. And then you can see that dropped right there, and then it gets eaten up by one of the 2 endo flames. And it's timed so that the endo flames, the coal comes out slower than the endo flames can pick them up, so that I'm not wasting any coal. Not that it matters since I have so much of it, but yeah, that's the purpose here. And then all of that juice, that mana, is going into here, and you can see I've actually gotten, so 2 of these I think were from or maybe 3. 2 or 3 of these were from from quest rewards, and the other 2 or 3, I think, yeah, 2 were from quest rewards. The other 3 I have filled up just from the excess mana production alone, and I'm going to keep having to do that because this is still producing mana. Well, obviously it's producing mana quicker than it can get rid of it, because this isn't actually using mana anymore, except when I use the runic altar, which is not that frequently. You can also see I've set up a wall. Don't want to pick that up. I've set up a wall of storage here, and you can see I have, so the ones with black borders have obsidian upgrades, which allow them to hold 5 times as many stacks of items. So initially, these kind of 4 storage units, the ones with 4 slots on them, could only hold 40 stacks per slot. I just had a little bit of a graphical blip there, but hopefully that's nothing. But since I've added the obsidian upgrades, they can now hold 5 times that. Sorry, they could initially hold 8 stacks, and now they can hold 40 stacks. That's what I should say. The ones over here can only hold the 8 stacks. You can see each of these can only hold 8 stacks. So I have all my trees, saplings, and logs organized here. Sorry, my saplings, logs, and wood organized here. I have other various and sundry items organized here, and it's about time for me to sleep. I also made this painter from Enhanced Inventories, but I can't figure out how to use it. So if you know how to use it, let me know. I have a paintbrush that came along with it, but there are like 4 slots in there, and I looked at Enhanced Inventories, the mod for any more items like paints and stuff that I could put into there, but it wasn't obvious. The Enhanced Inventories is the mod that shows that gives you the chests that you can use with any wood and any stone, but I haven't used any of those in this particular playthrough. So I have some more organization over there, and then I was also mentioning I have a similar setup over here for the farm itself. You can see this is also tied to the same barrel, so we have 3 linked barrels, all with coal. And this one, we have the exact same process going on here, but there's I think only 2 red sand in here, so every 20 seconds this goes off. And when this goes off, there are 4 endo flames here, and so it drops a coal every 20 seconds, and the 4 endo flames can pick it up and then send their mana into this. Now this mana is being used very infrequently, but specifically I think it's I have this set up to every 30 seconds, and it sends a redstone signal to this pulse mana spreader, which then goes up to the Drum of the Wild up there, and then the Drum of the Wild up there is centered and will harvest any mature crops ready to be harvested, as you saw in the last episode. So that is the setup I have right now. I think it's pretty good. I'm creating excess mana, excess coal, getting all the magical crop essences that I need, and so yeah, I'm in pretty good shape there. One thing that I'm not in particularly good shape with is my equipment. My armor is not looking too good, and the fact that I'm still using these bronze tools is not great. So I do want to upgrade that. I want to upgrade the tools to alumite. I don't think you can upgrade the armor to alumite, no. But the tools I will definitely want to upgrade at some point. Out of curiosity, is there any good... so they wouldn't be called chest plates, apparently. Or they would, and this is all that's available. Well, let's look up helmet. Alright, so here are my options. So I have, additionally, on top of the vanilla ones, I have these ones, a bound helmet, water omega helmet. So these are all from blood magic. And then I have the Botania ones. I could actually create the mana steel ones now. The terra steel ones I may be able to create. I didn't think about that, but terra steel I don't need the elven portal for. So that actually may be something that I look into soon. So maybe what I'll end up doing is creating a full terra steel set of armor and a weapon, the Terra Blade, because that's a pretty good full set. In fact, you can see mana tools and rods cost less with Terra Steel. You get regen, even if you don't have full hunger, and you get passive mana generation on mana tablets as well. So that's all pretty good. I think it's pretty slow, but in general, it's pretty darn good. I'd be pretty happy with the Terra Steel for now. So that may be my upgrade on my armor and my sword, and then I'll upgrade these to alumite. So that's one thing that I want to do. And then additionally, a couple other kind of quests that I want to... Well, first of all, as for quests, I do have some quests done, mostly from all of that, reorganizing stuff. So I created some diamond dollies so I can... I can get a full diamond dolly. Oh, but it's probably just going to have a Jabba barrel, a better barrel on it, because it doesn't say anything else about it. So let's pick that one and see what it is. Oh, it's a silverfish spawner. That's really, really useless. I wish it was something else. Okay, well, let's put that away in a chest. Maybe if I had picked something else, it wouldn't have been silverfish, or maybe it would have been silverfish no matter what I picked up. But yeah, so the diamond dollies can also pick up spawners, which, speaking of, there is a zombie spawner over in that direction, where in the previous playthrough there was a witch's circle. But in this playthrough, it was a straw man, so there was a zombie spawner underneath. So maybe that's a good place to pick up the zombie spawner. I also have the spider spawner, so maybe, and then a blaze spawner I could probably find in the nether. So maybe I could just have a bunch of spawners all together and set up a big spawner room or something if I wanted to. But that's looking further ahead than I want to for now. So as I was saying, I want better equipment, and then I also want to create an extreme infusion stone. So for that, it's pretty complicated. I have everything down here, but things that I still need are the essence of shards, essence of the creeper, and essence of the spider. So shards, you have to put all the runes on the runic altar, so that's actually not that bad at all. But the other ones, the essence of creeper, I need a creeper heart, which I don't think I have yet. So I may have to kill some creepers for that, and I'll probably end up putting, in fact, yeah, I can enchant my Terra Steel blade, so that's what I'll have to do. I'll try to enchant it with looting, and you also need the rest of this is pretty straightforward, so that's not that bad. Once I get the rest of it, and then for the spider, that's actually pretty easy to create. I have everything, so I can create that. It's just a matter of actually doing it. So most of the stuff isn't too bad, but there are a couple small brick walls in there that are going to make me take a little bit longer to create that strong essence stone. And then another thing that I'd like to do is, let's continue collecting our rewards. Another thing I want to do is explore the map some, and maybe even use, let's see, what do I want? Storage, 1 storage upgrade 5, or 2 storage upgrade, or 10 storage upgrade 2s. Probably the second one because, or this one because, well, they're both easy, but this gives me more things, so I'll claim it. Because I have the diamonds. The diamonds aren't an issue anymore, so there we go. I have 10 storage upgrade 2s, so I can upgrade the rest of these here with those. I'll worry about that later. Yeah, as I was saying, I would like to explore the map some, and I can also use the treasure map to do that as well. Ooh, I get some of these. Let's get, I get a couple storage upgrades from that. That's great. And let's get, I actually think I need more of these right now. There we go. So yeah, that's another thing that I want to do in addition to everything else that I've noted. And then a couple other things that I'd like to do, a couple other goals that I have here are to go to the end, which I can do. It's actually not that hard. Let's see if I can remember which of these it's in. Not that one. Not that one. There it is. So all I'd have to do is create an end portal placer and a single one, and that's very easy. And Eyes of Ender, which are very, very easy to create. So end portal placer, you can see right here. Oh, I need and it would place the end portal structure centered around my feet, removing blocks if necessary. So that's how that works. And you only need 9 essences of Ender, and I have, you know, way too many essences of Ender. So that can be easy. So going to the end is easy, but like I said, I want to upgrade my equipment first for that. And then the other thing that I want to do is go back to the Nether and secure a Nether portal that's not dangerous. So that's another goal that I have. So let's go ahead and no, I don't want to do that. Let's go ahead and do this and claim some strong essences here, and do this and claim some strong essences here. And I don't think I have a chest for strong essences yet. Here, okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I did. I moved my essences over here, so now I have this storage drawer for essences, which I think makes sense since I'm going to have 4 different varieties. So yeah, that's my current plan. So I'm going to cut out. And my next step, like I said, was to get better equipment. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and get started with, is setting up the Terra Steel thing. The Terra Steel platform, I guess you'd call it. And I'll probably set it up right over here where the runic altar is. So I'll be back when I have something set up. Alright, and as you can see, we now have 64 mana diamonds, mana pearls, and mana steel ingots. Now, obviously I'm not going to be able to create 64 Terra Steel ingots. I think each one takes half a mana pool worth of worth of mana, and each of these mana tablets is half a mana pool. So basically, at least at the moment, I think I can only afford 3. But you see, I am creating mana quicker now. I have 8 Endoflames instead of the 2 that I initially had, and I'm dropping things much quicker. Once every 6 seconds, I put 6 sand in there, which is good for getting pretty high efficiency. I think peak efficiency would actually be once every 5 seconds, but I'm not sure if the timing is perfect. That may waste coal if the timing isn't perfect. But I'm pretty sure that we're still producing more coal than we're dropping there. So let's go ahead and get started and see if this works. So what we want to do is take one of each of these, and we want to drop them directly onto the plate. Let's hope that these land on it. There we go. And you can see that the process has begun, and right now it's taking mana out of the mana pool via these sparks on top and putting it into these 3 items here. And once it's done, I will get a Terra Steel ingot out of the process. Now, in order to create this agglomeration plate, I'll show you what that was like. And there's my Terra Steel. 3 lapis blocks. I had to do 1 of each of these runes and a block of mana steel, so it wasn't that bad. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's half of the mana pool done. So I'm gonna actually let this. Let's see, where is it right now? I'm gonna throw the next mana tablet in, because I think if I get even 2 of these, I can create at least the sword. And then maybe what I'll do in the meantime, while I'm waiting for the rest of the Terra Steel, I'll probably create them 1 by 1 to get the armor, is use a full mana steel set of armor in the meantime. But I also need to create an enchanting table so that I can enchant everything. But that's something else that shouldn't be too hard to do. In fact, that's pretty easy to do. Let's get the last little bit of mana out of there. Probably done now. There we go. And do this process once more. There, and there. And there we go. Oh, and that's annoying. The ingot fell off. The calculation of the location of the items is a little bit wonky, so I wasted, I think, just a little bit of mana there, because I think if you stop the process, you don't recover your mana again. So, oh well. Creating the second Terra Steel ingot, and then while I'm creating the third one, I'll go create the sword. I believe it's called the Terra Blade. There we go. Yeah, just 1 living wood twig and 2 ingots. So that's easy. Let's throw the last mana tablet in there, and then while that's doing that, we'll go ahead and throw these guys on, like so. And good, it kept them on top of the plate. And this is filling up nicely. Oops, did not mean to pick that up. Throw it back in. And then I want to see where we are once this is created as well. Because that way I know how fast I'm gaining mana. Because we saw that we were quite a bit below the halfway mark before. There we go. And you can see we've gained about that much in the amount of time that I've taken during this clip. So maybe that was like 1/8 of the way across one of those quarter bars. So that's basically a 32nd of the way up in about probably 2 minutes or so. So it's a pretty slow process still, even with the 8 Endoflames going. So let's create our Terra Blade. There we go. Oops. To create it like that. And we have a Terra Blade. And actually, while we're at it, might as well create... well, let's see. How many iron ingots does it take? Oh yeah, that's right. When you swing or right-click, you have a chance of throwing out a projectile, which can damage enemies. Anyway, to craft a full set of armor, it's 5 plus 8... Right, yeah, 5 plus 8 is 13, plus 7 is 20, plus 4 is 24. So 24, that's going to be a little annoying, but oh well. 24 ingots, and we'll throw them in here. I just want to keep the amount of the mana pearls, mana diamonds, and mana steel ingots constant for my Terra Steel creation. In fact, I'll put those for now in here, like so that I can go create a Terra Steel ingot whenever it's ready. There we go. And let's start by creating a Mana Steel chestplate, Mana Steel leggings, a Mana Steel helmet, and Mana Steel boots. There we go. I can also put the Terra Steel ingot right there. And now I think this isn't actually going to improve my armor, because I think all of these have the same armor rating, but they have, oh, the pants were slightly better than the chain leggings at least, but the chain leggings did have protection 2 on them, which probably meant that I actually reduced my damage more that way. But I also get 10% less mana cost on mana tools and rods, and if these things will only take durability damage, let me go sleep. These things will only take durability damage in the classic sense if I don't have a mana tablet on me, or a mana ring. And in fact, one thing that I might want to do is create, I think it's called a Band of Aura, which will passively generate mana and then always have a mana tablet in my inventory. That way the armor can always grab from the mana tablets when that's the case. So how hard is the Ring of Aura to make? Alright, let's see here. I think, or is it a Band of Aura? I think it's a Band of Aura. Here we go. So the Band of Mana just holds mana, but the Band of Aura is the one that produces mana, and this would be nice. Oh, actually I can create it once I create this, and actually I can create this too. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get 4 more iron ingots. That's a good use for that one last Terra Steel for now. Alright, so 4 more iron ingots into the mana pool, like so. And create the Band of Aura, which was like that, I believe. Oops. And then add the Terra Steel ingot to make it a greater Band of Aura. And now I am producing, I don't think I have to equip it, I think it just has to be in my inventory, but certainly if I equip it, now you can see I already got a little sliver, look above where it says mana tablet there, you can see I've gotten a little sliver of mana already, and so that mana will go into repairing these, or preventing these from taking durability damage, basically. So that's really good. So that's a good first step on the way to, oh, and look how fancy I look. Look at that. So that's a good first step on the way to improving my odds against the End, the Nether, and just while I'm out exploring. But I think that's going to be it for today. So, I mean, I didn't accomplish a lot, but I accomplished a couple things. I didn't accomplish a lot this episode, but you can see between episodes I did a lot, and I had to explain what I want to do in the future. So now you know what that is. Now you've seen me accomplish something at least small, and I guess in the next episode we'll continue along the list of tasks that I enumerated today. So thanks for watching, and have a great day.